Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffi's audacious move and Carter's complexity. There will be a lot of drama on Monday, January 13th, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Let's start with another dispute between Lee Finnegan and Penelope Poppy Nozawa. But this one results in a shocking revelation. When Steffi Forrester Finnegan returns to the office, Carter Walton and Hope Logan encounter a problem. Let's discuss what will be covered in tomorrow's show, so continue reading. The FC return of Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Steffi will return to Forrester Creations, according to Monday, January 13th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffi, Carter, Hope, and Brooke Logan are standing in the CEO's office. Steffi arrives and requests a job. Monday, January 13th, 2025, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Hope doesn't get a response when she inquires about Steffi's abrupt change of heart. Reminding Carter and Hope that they assured her she may return to the office at any moment, Steffi reroutes the conversation. Therefore, Carter and Hope may feel pressured to fulfill their commitments now that Steffi is present. However, that doesn't imply Hope and Carter will approve of it. Hope queries Steffi about her true intentions. Then, in a preview image, Carter shakes a cheerful Steffi's hand while scowling suspiciously. Keep an eye out because Hope and Carter will undoubtedly face some difficulties as a result of Steffi's reappearance and Daphne Rose's deceit. What is the plot that you are most excited to see? Steffi requests that Carter and Hope come back to Forrester Creations. The success of Forrester Creations has always been fueled by Steffi Forrester's ambition and vision. A huge upheaval in the world of the brave and the beautiful has been set in motion by her recent brave move of inviting Hope Logan and Carter Walton to rejoin the business. Steffi's resolve to fortify the business while negotiating a complex web of interpersonal relationships and professional rivalries is evident in her decision, which is full of intricacies, emotional overtones, and strategic calculations. Forrester Creations' current situation. There have been a lot of changes at Forrester Creations lately. The business is at a turning point as a result of internal strife, changing allegiances, and outside forces. As a co-CEO, Steffi is aware of how critical it is to bring together talent and make sure the company survives the upheaval. She is aware that the cohesiveness and experience of the people spearheading the initiative are just as important to success as creative designs and marketing tactics. There are noticeable holes in the organization's structure as a result of Hope and Carter's departure. A mainstay of Forrester Creations, Hope's Hope for the Future collection appeals to younger, socially concerned customers. Carter's positions as COO and legal counsel, meanwhile, provide stability and a keen intellect for handling the intricate business operations of the organization. Steffi's choice to make amends with both of them is a strategic effort to rebalance and revitalize the Forrester brand, not merely to cover a void. The reason behind Steffi's actions. Steffi's desire to restore damaged relationships and her vision for the business are the main reasons behind her decision to invite Hope and Carter back. Steffi acknowledges Hope's talent and the importance she adds to Forrester Creations, despite their previous disagreements. Hope for the Future is more than simply a clothing line, it's a representation of Hope's enthusiasm, inventiveness, and commitment to using fashion to change the world. Steffi is expressing her willingness to set aside personal grievances for the benefit of the business by allowing Hope back. Carter plays an equally important function. Steffi has had difficulty filling the leadership hole left by his departure. Carter is a great asset because of his professionalism, commitment, and in-depth knowledge of the dynamics of the Forrester family. By reaching out to Carter, Steffi is demonstrating her appreciation for his special contributions and her desire to regain the trust of someone who has consistently provided stability during difficult times. Hope's predicament. Steffi's invitation presents Hope with both a task and an opportunity. She would be able to revitalize Hope for the Future and carry on with her love of fashion if she returned to Forrester Creations. The choice, though, is not at all simple. Years of rivalry and competition have exacerbated the tension in Hope and Steffi's relationship. Hope would have to strike a careful balance between working together professionally and maintaining personal boundaries if she accepted Steffi's offer. The issue of Hope and Liam Spencer's relationship is another. The scenario is made more complicated by Steffi's past relationship with Liam. Hope has to think about how going back to Forrester Creations would cause her marriage to deteriorate or reignite past scars. Despite her apparent love for her job, Hope is aware of the serious hazards involved in returning to Steffi's environment. Carter's viewpoint. The possibility of Carter Walton rejoining Forrester Creations is also complicated. Carter was a key component of the business's operations as COO and legal counsel, but his exit left problems unsolved. Carter's personal relationships have had a lasting impact on his career, especially his previous involvement with Quinn Fuller. He would have to face those fears and demonstrate his dedication to the company's success if he returned to Forrester Creations. Carter has the opportunity to regain his position and repair his reputation by accepting Steffi's invitation. But it also makes him think about issues of trust and loyalty. Is it possible for him to genuinely move on without confronting his past mistakes? And will he be able to uphold his integrity while navigating the turbulent dynamics of the company? Carter's ambition to make a significant contribution to Forrester Creations while upholding his morals will influence his decision to return. The larger picture. The future of Forrester Creations as a whole is at stake in Steffi's choice to bring Hope and Carter back, not simply their respective contributions. Collaboration and unity are key to the company's success, and Steffi knows that reassembling the team is crucial to conquering the obstacles that lie ahead. She is delivering a message to the entire Forrester family by contacting Hope and Carter. The days of division are over, and the emphasis needs to be on group advancement. Steffi's development as a leader is also evident in this action. She may have previously allowed personal grudges to influence her decisions, but her readiness to put the needs of the business ahead of her own shows maturity and a strategic approach that will benefit Forrester Creations. Possible repercussions. Naturally, there are hazards associated with Steffi's choice. The Forrester family may experience fresh tensions and rekindled old disputes if Hope and Carter are invited back. Their already shaky relationship may be further strained if Brooke, in particular, interprets Steffi's invitation to Hope as a power struggle. Likewise, if Carter's leadership style is incompatible with that of the other team members, his return may cause them to become envious or resentful. The issue of whether Hope and Carter will accept Steffi's offer is another. Their choices will influence Forrester Creations' course in the upcoming months, and each has their own concerns and objectives. Steffi will need to reconsider her approach and look for different ways to improve the company's leadership if either of them declines. A watershed for Forrester Creations. Finally, for Forrester Creations, Steffi's invitation to Hope and Carter marks a turning point. The company has the opportunity to rebuild, reposition, and regain its position as a fashion industry leader. Steffi wants to build a team that can overcome any obstacle and reach new heights of achievement by assembling the brightest minds. However, the path ahead will not be simple. In order to balance their goals with the intricacies of their relationships, Steffi, Hope, and Carter must negotiate a labyrinth of emotional and professional obstacles. Their capacity to collaborate will dictate both their personal and professional trajectories as well as the future of Forrester Creations. One thing is clear: as the drama develops, The Bold and the Beautiful is set to tell a tale as gripping and surprising as its characters. Steffi's scheme will surely have a lasting effect on the world of Forrester Creations and the lives of all those involved, whether it works or fails. Hope, Carter, and Brooke are not prepared for Steffi's request for a job at Forrester. The self-assured and frequently uncompromising co-CEO of Forrester Creations, Steffi Forrester, is not the type of woman who typically asks for anything, particularly not a job. Her reputation as an authoritative figure who radiates confidence precedes her. However, in a startling turn of events that nobody anticipated, Steffi surprises her family and co-workers by doing the unimaginable, applying for a job at Forrester Creations. This daring and surprising move sends shockwaves across the close-knit Forrester community and upends the company's basic structure. Steffi's suggestion surprises both her and other people. She has been a pillar of Forrester Creations for many years, holding a leadership position with unyielding resolve. But recent personal and professional events have made her doubt her role in the organization and her ability to guide it in the right path. Steffi is at a turning point in her career after leaving the CEO position following a contentious altercation with Ridge and Brooke. Being in charge has taken a toll on her, and she's come to the realization that taking a back seat could provide the perspective she needs to rethink her contributions. She displayed a rare moment of vulnerability and reflection when she chose to beg for a specific task rather than restore her title. Steffi wants a job in the creative department where she can re-establish a connection with the company's artistic heritage, not just any job. Steffi wants to re-establish her connection to the elements of Forrester creations that once sparked her enthusiasm. She wants to concentrate on design, marketing, and the daily creative processes that used to give her great joy before she was overburdened by executive duties. Everyone is shocked by this decision. Particularly taken by surprise is Hope Logan, who has led the Hope for the Future line. Hope is concerned about what this change might entail for her because she and Steffi have argued about everything from personal connections to professional tactics. Does Steffi intend to replace her line? Is this a secret power struggle masquerading as modesty? Brooke Logan is also dubious. Brooke, a longtime supporter of her daughter Hope, wonders if Steffi's intentions are sincere. Given Steffi's history of using forceful methods, Brooke believes that this request is not sincere but rather the result of a premeditated move. Ever the calm voice of reason, Carter Walton responds cautiously and optimistically to Steffi's proposal. He understands that Steffi's readiness to leave the executive suite and put herself in the creative trenches might revolutionize the business. Carter thinks that having Steffi in the creative department could improve the caliber of their work because of her experience and keen sense of design. Carter is well aware of the potential interpersonal difficulties this change may bring about, though. Steffi's new position has the potential to upset the delicate balance of the already tense Forrester team. Carter is aware that the success of this transformation will depend on controlling expectations and encouraging teamwork. Pride and worry are at odds with Ridge Forrester. On the one hand, he respects Steffi's bravery for taking a chance and leaving her comfort zone. However, he is concerned about the impact this choice will have on the relationships within the family and the organization. Steffi's leadership has always been valued by Ridge, and he's not sure how to balance her new course with his goals for the business. Steffi's mother, Taylor Hayes, completely supports her daughter's choice. Taylor sees this as Steffi's chance to take care of herself and find the happiness that Forrester Creations used to provide. According to Taylor, this shift might aid Steffi in recovering from the strains and disputes that have plagued her lately. But Hope Logan is less sure. She and Steffi have been embroiled in an apparently never-ending cycle of competition for years, both personally and professionally. Hope feels that her turf is being invaded by Steffi's entry into the creative department, and she finds it difficult to understand her rival's genuine motivations. Is Steffi putting herself in a position to overshadow Hope's accomplishments, or is she sincerely attempting to work with others? The potential advantages of Steffi's new role are threatened by the strain that Hope's uncertainty causes. Perhaps the most outspoken opponent of Steffi's request is Brooke Logan. From a different perspective, she perceives it as a covert attempt to regain control of the business. Because Brooke is so protective of Hope, she fears that Steffi's transfer would spark new power battles that could cause the company to become unstable. Brooke has good reason to be concerned. Steffi has both fans and critics due to her strong personality and track record of bold moves. Although Brooke recognizes Steffi's potential, she wonders if this new path is genuinely about creative fulfillment or just another attempt at control. In addition to being a personal professional choice, Steffi's decision to apply for a position at Forrester Creations is a reflection of her changing identity and her wish to make a genuine contribution. This change represents a sea change for Steffi and the business overall. Redefining responsibilities, restoring trust, and refocusing on the creative greatness that has always been at the core of Forrester Creations are all opportunities presented by this. However, the team's ability to overcome the inescapable obstacles will determine if this venture is successful. Can Brooke, Hope, and Steffi put aside their disagreements and cooperate for the sake of all? Will Ridge and Carter offer the direction and assistance required to steer the business through this change? Conflict is a real possibility, and the stakes are enormous. The consequences might be catastrophic if Steffi's intentions are misunderstood or if her actions incite animosity. the company's innovative impetus would stagnate, and the shaky connections within the Forrester family might further splinter. However, if Steffi's decision is greeted with candor and cooperation, it may mark the beginning of a new phase of Forrester Creations' success and innovation. Her background, Hope's foresight, and Carter's steadfast leadership might forge a formidable team that can conquer any challenge. Steffi's audacious act of applying for a job at Forrester Creations demonstrates her flexibility and adaptability. It demonstrates her tenacity and dedication to the business that has played such a significant role in her life. One thing is certain, the drama is far from done, and the Forrester family's journey is about to take an unexpected and exciting turn. It remains to be seen if this new chapter brings them triumph or turmoil. The bold and the beautiful promises to provide all the twists, turns, and dramatic fireworks that viewers have grown to love as the characters adjust to this new reality and the dust settles. The stakes for Forrester Creations' future have never been higher, and Steffi's quest is only getting started. In the whirlwind of personal and professional chaos that characterizes the bold and the beautiful, Carter Walton, the dapper and always trustworthy COO of Forrester Creations, has always been the epitome of stability. However, in a stunning turn of events, Carter finds himself embroiled in a baby drama so outrageous it could rival any plot in Forrester history. Carter, who is typically cool under pressure, is now dealing with not one, but two possible paternity bombshells, each of which has dire consequences. His entire world is collapsing, and the consequences could affect not just his private life but the Forrester family as a whole. Quinn Fuller, a shadow from Carter's past, is the source of his problems. The chemistry between them is still evident even if their forbidden romance ended a while ago. Carter thought that part of his life was over when Quinn moved out of Los Angeles to concentrate on herself. But Carter is caught off guard when Quinn reappears out of the blue with a startling revelation. She admits that she left town after learning she was expecting a child, and Carter may be the father. Carter is hit by the news like a freight train. The scandal that once rocked Forrester Creations to its foundation might resurface if Quinn's child is his. The idea of Carter and Quinn re-establishing their relationship would be enough to rock the business. Eric Forrester, who is still dealing with the fallout from his wife's infidelity, would undoubtedly consider this to be the ultimate betrayal. Quinn is at the worst possible time. This discovery threatens to upend Carter's meticulously planned life just as he is attempting to move on and build a solid connection with someone else. Nevertheless, a part of him is unable to deny the prospect of being a father. Is this kid the missing component that Carter has always craved? Carter is caught off guard by a second discovery, this time from Paris Buckingham, as if one possible paternity drama weren't enough. When Paris reveals that she is pregnant and that Carter may be the father, their brief romance, which ended in heartbreak, re-emerges. Carter is devastated by Paris' announcement. Even though their relationship was brief, it was intense, and it is both exciting and horrifying to think that he might be permanently bound to her. Paris' resolve to exploit this discovery to restart their relationship only serves to complicate matters. Paris is adamant about integrating Carter into her family's future, in contrast to Quinn, who is conflicted over whether or not to include Carter in her child's life. However, Paris' intentions aren't totally good. Her motivations are dubious given her recent history of manipulation and her unresolved anger over Carter's rejection. Is this part of a bigger scheme to regain her position in Carter's life at any cost, or is she sincerely looking for a new beginning with him? Carter's situation is as difficult as it is heartbreaking. Quinn, a lady with whom he had an inexplicable bond, is on one side. Her homecoming evokes a mixture of longing and unresolved issues. Paris, on the other hand, stands in stark contrast to Quinn, who is more experienced and confident due to his youth and drive. Carter struggles to balance his sense of obligation and his anxiety about manipulation. Although the prospect of becoming a father is both thrilling and intimidating, the situation surrounding these disclosures makes it almost hard for him to think straight. Is Quinn's admission a sincere request for help, or is she attempting to reintegrate him into her life by drawing on their past together? Does Paris really have a child, or is she making this up to get back into a relationship that she lost? Carter's life is extremely public, which adds to the emotional toll of these inquiries. His personal choices have an impact on his work as COO of Forrester Creations. His standing in the organization and his connections with his coworkers may suffer if word spreads about either pregnancy, or worse, both. Ridge and Eric Forrester react strongly to Carter's situation, as was to be expected. Always the practical one, Ridge advises Carter to obtain paternity tests and deal with the matter directly. He is aware that pandemonium could break out, but he also knows that ignoring the problem will only make it worse. However, there is a judgmental component to Ridge's recommendations. He can't help but point out to Carter that his romantic relationships tend to blow up in everyone's face. In contrast, Eric is less understanding. Eric, who is still hurt by Quinn's treachery, finds it inexcusable that Carter could be the father of her child. His dissatisfaction with Carter is evident, and their once solid bond is now in shambles. Although Eric's response to Paris is a little more subdued, he views her as impetuous and youthful rather than malevolent. His position is unmistakable. Carter's personal life is endangering the company's stability, and that is unacceptable. Two other ladies, Donna Logan and Katie Logan, stand out as unexpected voices of reason amid the chaos. Carter receives helpful counsel and a sympathetic ear from Katie, who has always valued his moral character. Instead of worrying about controversy, she urges him to concentrate on the possible joy of fatherhood. Given her personal experience with complex relationships, Katie offers a unique perspective, and Carter finds that her support is a lifesaver at this trying time. Conversely, Donna reminds Carter that he has the fortitude to weather this storm with her signature mix of candor and humor. Despite being less somber than Katie's counsel, Donna's faith in Carter's capacity to overcome the upheaval gives him much-needed confidence. The impact on Forrester Creations is inevitable as the story develops. The company's most recent designs and ambitions could be overshadowed by rumors that spread like wildfire. As they try to handle the PR nightmare, Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester, both of whom are dealing with personal problems, find themselves entangled in the conflict. Their divergent perspectives on Carter's predicament further heighten the tension between Steffi and Hope. Ever the pragmatic, Steffi believes that the drama should be kept to a minimum because it is a distraction. Hope, on the other hand, is more sympathetic and feels that Carter should be commended rather than condemned. Their disagreement about how to respond to the circumstance turns into another phase of their long-running feud. Carter eventually realizes that he cannot continue to deny the reality. In an effort to assume responsibility for any child that may be his, he sets up paternity tests for both Quinn and Paris. In the event that the tests prove Carter's paternity, the painful wait for the results allows Carter to consider his priorities and the type of father he wants to be. Both relief and heartache are experienced when the results are eventually received. Quinn is released from the shadow of their history when the tests show that Carter is not the father of Quinn's child, but he still feels conflicted. He and Quinn had a genuine bond, and he had hoped that this unexpected turn of events would renew it. The Paris test, however, reveals a different picture. A new chapter in Carter's life begins when it is revealed that he is, in fact, the father of her child. Even though the situation is far from ideal, Carter decides to approach fatherhood with the same commitment and moral character that he has always shown in his relationships and job. Carter's perseverance and character are demonstrated by his trek through this double-problem baby drama. In the end, the experience leads to growth and self-discovery, even though it tests him in ways he never would have thought possible. Carter is committed to building a loving and secure future for himself, his child, and those who have helped him along the road as he assumes his new role as a father. Carter's narrative serves as a reminder to the bold and the beautiful viewers that there is always hope for atonement and fresh starts, even in the middle of catastrophe. One thing is clear as the turmoil at Forrester Creations goes on, Carter Walton's adventure is far from over, and the best is still to come. The frustration of Lee Finnegan. According to B&B spoilers for Monday, January 13th, Lee and Poppy will argue once more. There has never been any harmony between these sisters. Lee attempted to assist Poppy, though, after Luna Nozawa was caught falsely accusing her own mother of double murder. Naturally, the tranquility was short-lived. Lee and Poppy argue once more in Monday's episode. This time, Poppy's parenting abilities are at issue. B&B spoilers, the secret of Poppy Nozawa. But the argument over parenting techniques prompts Lee to look into it. Lee appears to find an excuse to investigate Luna's biological father. Lee discovers ammunition later in the week of January 13th to 17th, sparks a shocking altercation, and has the power to completely alter Luna's life. Bill Spencer's life will also be altered by it. Could Luna accept Jack Finnegan as her biological father even after she killed Tom Starr? Bill would get away with trying to cure Luna in a way. Regarding Luna, she keeps saying she's sorry to Bill. But is Bill aware that Luna has developed a new obsession? Will Spencer, Bill's son,